Hello everyone, welcome to my home kitchen. This is Lulu. Today, I'll be sharing with you a delicious and hearty dish that's perfect for any occasion. Braised beef with the tomatoes and potatoes. This dish is a wonderful combination of tender beef chunks, tangy sweet tomatoes, and creamy potatoes. Slow cooked for 2.5 hours, and it's packed with rich and bold flavors. Plus, it tastes even better the next day as the flavors continue to melt together. To complete this dish, I have also made some soft and fluffy garlic naan bread that goes perfectly with the braised juice. And this recipe is a special one. It requested by one of my most supportive subscribers. Hello there, Phil. I always appreciate your support and feedback. Surely excited to share this delicious and comforting dish with you today. Let's get started. I'm using 2 pounds of beef chuck for this dish today. I have 2 large tomatoes and 1 cup of cherry tomatoes as well. 1 large russet potato. 1 red skin onion. You may also use other onions. 6 to 10 garlic cloves and 1 small knob ginger. 2 bay leaves, 1 cinnamon stick, and if you like a little kick and a little spicy like myself, add 2 tablespoons of dry chili. Otherwise, this is total optional. Let's begin preparing all ingredients. First, make a cross cut on top of tomatoes. We're going to soak tomatoes in hot water for a few minutes to remove the skin later. While tomato is soaking, let's dice onions to small pieces and slice ginger and garlic to thin slices. Also cut potato diagonally and soak them in the water to remove excess starch and prevent the discoloration. Cherry tomatoes, we can just roughly cut them half and half. Now let's peel off the tomato skin, then cut into big chunks. Don't forget to remove center stem as they are not pleasant to bite into. I'm also using tomato paste and canned diced tomatoes for this dish. So the fresh large tomatoes provide a juicy and meaty texture, then cherry tomatoes add a burst of sweetness and pop of color. Tomato paste provide concentrated tomato flavor, add thickness to the sauce, and then canned diced tomatoes add a depth of flavor. We'll cut beef into strips first, then medium-sized cubes. First and most important step is blanch the beef. Add enough of water to cover the beef in the pot, then add 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, along with the star anise, Sichuan peppercorn, and few slices of ginger. Adding white vinegar will help to tenderize the meat, shorten the cooking time, also remove any unpleasant odor or taste from meat. It is important to remove any impurities and dirty foams that rise to the surface consistently during the blanch process. This process takes about 3 to 5 minutes until there isn't much dirty foams appearing, and then rinse off beef chunks under hot or warm water for a couple of minutes. Make sure it's clean before we start cooking. By the way, a Dutch oven is the ideal cookware for this dish. I'm using Dutch oven today. Add 3 tablespoons any neutral oil in the pot. Then add about 1/4 cup of rock sugar. We're going to slowly melting the sugar over medium-low heat until it turns into a deep amber color. Then we'll add in the beef chunks to sear them. It's important not to rush this process as burning the sugar can result in a bitter taste. So take your time. Once the sugar has melted and turned a deep amber color, add in the beef chunks and sear them until they are browned on all sides. This will create a caramelized crust on the beef. Be patient and take your time with this step, and you will be rewarded with a mouth-watering dish that everyone will love. Just take a look at this beautifully seared beef chunks. After take out the beef chunks from the pot, immediately add in diced onions, sliced garlic, and gingers. Saute about a couple minutes until they're softened. And then we'll add in 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. The tomato paste will provide a concentrated tomato flavor and add a thickness to the sauce. Follow with a 1/2 cup canned diced tomato chunks. And all of the cherry tomatoes goes in. Bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, and dry chilies. And beautifully seared beef goes in. and mix for a few minutes. We'll combine everything together. And then we'll add some saltiness to this dish. We're gonna use a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of salt. And not to worry about too salty because we need a lot of water to cook for 2 hours. And it's important to add enough water at the beginning of the cooking process to fully submerge the ingredients. This is because adding water later on can dilute the flavors and affect the overall texture of the dish. Make sure to use hot boiled water because cold water will contract and toughen the beef. Also add half a portion of fresh tomato chunks in, save other half for later. Alright, now that everything is in the pot, we're going to cover the lid, cook over medium-low heat and set timer for 2 hours. After 2 hours, let's take a look. The water is noticeably went down half, and beef has already cooked through but not quite fork tender. And we're going to add the chopped potatoes and remaining fresh chopped tomatoes. And give a few mix and good stir to combine everything together. Also from here, you may give a taste to see if you need additional salt. After I give a taste, I decide to add additional 1 tablespoon of sugar, give a little more sweetness. And then cover the lid, set timer for 20 to 30 minutes to finish the cooking. After 2.5 hours, all the flavors to melt together into our harmonious symphony of taste. And if you can wait until next day, it's even better. The flavors will have had time to deepen and intensify, making it an excellent dish for meal prep or leftovers. I don't think I can wait until next day. I'll have some now with my garlic naan bread. I surely will save some for tomorrow. And thank you for watching, and I hope you give this recipe a try. It may take some time and effort, but trust me, it's well worth it in the end. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you tried this recipe and how it turned out. Until next time, happy cooking!